Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over yonder. We've made it to a Friday, sunshine-filled kind of day. I don't know what the rest of the weekend's going to bring, Dave, but I don't care because today ain't nothing but sunshine.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. In fact, you know what? I'm going to look at the forecast here right now and see what's going on. Got a little rain tomorrow and clouds on Sunday, but guess what?
What?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Today's going to be a sunshine day. Stalling for a minute, wouldn't
Okay. Andy, you seem a little bit congested, a little under the weather. Is it allergies? Is it one of your many viruses?
Allergies. Just a little allergy thing going on there.
Okay. You be okay? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great. Really good. Thank you.
Good.
Actually, as I think back around it, I'm not really good.
Oh no! Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I have some thoughts to share, and it's time that we just get this out and air the dirty laundry, if you will.
Okay.
The remarkable disappointment I'm suffering at this point is, it has to be talked about.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure? This is a big one.
It's ready. Waiting with bated breath.
This is historic disappointment.
Crestfallen. Okay, go ahead.
So at night, instead of watching, what's offered on television quite often, we started off watching the Tigers in Omaha last night, which was really kind of cool.
Because, hey, if you can watch a team that's 15 games below 500,
it's the first game ever played in Nebraska. That's got something to it, doesn't it? First major league game ever played in Nebraska. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, so they have all kinds of technical difficulties on ESPN. So we're like, all right, we're not going to skip from ballpark to ballpark. Let's watch the Andy Griffith Show, which we like to do. So we pop over to Netflix. We're watching the Andy Griffith Show. And what we do is we binge through the seasons on the Andy Griffith Show.
Okay.
Well, we're up to season 8. And honestly, if I could go back in time and put a bullet in the executive head that thought the idea of going Andy Griffith color with no Barney Fife, and it is punishing to watch the Andy Griffith Show in color, and then with no Barney Fife and everybody else trying to make up it's awful. It's the worst television I've ever seen. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever gone that far into Andy Griffith?
Yes, I have seen. Yes, I have seen the colorized because that's right.
It's not colorized.
Color TV. No, it's not colorized. At Color TV, it just started.
Just gotten popular back then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened to Gilligan's Island. You had Gilligan's Island started in black and white, and then it was in color. So,
but Gilligan's Island transitioned to color better.
Yeah, absolutely, because Ginger really popped on Gilligan's Island.
Well, but Ginger, not so much. Marianne, now we're talking. Ooh,
whatever.
But the thing of it is that by this point, so many characters had fallen off the show. Mm-hmm. See, you go back and you watch the Andy Griffith Show. Season 3 got a little dicey because they brought that new mayor in.
Okay.
He sucked. He really sucked. But then by season 8, when that comes along, it's just agony. How could they have kept that show going? And after season 8, I think it was done.
It doesn't work without Don Knotts.
It really didn't.
Although, strangely enough, speaking of Don Knotts, as you were watching the Andy Griffith Show yesterday, about the same time, probably a little earlier in the day, I was watching Old Three's Company with Don Knotts, Mr. Furley, and he wasn't as good as Mr. Roper. Norman Fell when the Ropers moved away.
I agree with that.
And they tried to bring in, hey, I know how we can replace, Audra Lindley and Norman Fell. Hey, we'll bring in Don Knotts.
Right.
Can't miss, right?
Right.
Don Knotts is great, but no, it wasn't the same. Part of it was the rug.
Right.
The other part of it was he wasn't. Mr. Furley was fine. He wasn't Mr. Roper.
Not at all.
So yeah, it happens, man.
But I'm going to tell you, I want you to do this. I want you to go back on Netflix. In a big part of me with the whole season 8 of Andy Griffith is the pain that the cast is going through trying to film this show. They can't even mask it. The cast just hates it. Andy Griffith himself is just an unbearable prick.
Yeah.
It's like, why is the show even going on? It's like, oh my God, pull the plug. Ugh.
Well, you got to keep in mind that was back in the day. You had 3 channels. You could be you could be a horrible, horrible program and still get 30 million people watching
Oh, I know.
because that was
All
all
you
that was
had.
on. What were you competing against?
Yeah,
Other crappy television.
I
Now
know.
TV's great because you got to find it.
Yeah, that's
You got to
the thing.
really search more. So anyway,
All right, you got something to talk about here or what?
After spending 6 minutes talking about the old time TV shows,
5.5.
5.5. All right, whatever. All right. Big story. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders is resigning. Sanders served as the Trump administration's spokesperson for nearly 3.5 years. She was reportedly considering a run for governor of Arkansas in 2022. I mean, let's face it, this woman had the hardest job in politics. You're the press secretary for Trump. You don't know which way he's going to go on what day. You don't know what he's going to tweet out. You don't know what he's going to say. And you've got to just react to it. And you've got to be able to put his words out there in your own way the fact that she lasted 3.5 years is remarkable. And she's going to be the next governor of Arkansas. There's nobody just more prepared for that than she is. And a lot of people didn't like her because they thought she's a liar, she's this, she's that. Look, it's not her. She's speaking for the president. These are not her words. These are not her thoughts or beliefs. This is what you put out, what the administration wants you to put out. She did her job as well as anybody has done that job. Regardless of what you think of Trump, she was a great press secretary.
$10 says she doesn't win the governor's seat.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt she will be the next. I will bet $10.
Yeah, $10.
If she runs, if she runs, that's the caveat. If she runs, she's winning. No question. What?
Caveat.
You can see, you can't. Look, okay. I'm not going to do what I did the other time because I went way overboard. Look it up.
Caveat. Say
caveat.
Caveat.
Also, it can be pronounced. I have used caveat, but I've also heard caveat.
No, you haven't.
So yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
I have used it both ways. Look it up before we.
I'm doing that. I'm looking it up right now. It's caveat.
I will not do another story before we figure out if it can be pronounced 2 different ways.
How do you
and
spell
I want
it?
you to be honest. CAV, I believe IOT.
IoT.
Or IOTT. Or
I can't spell it.
CAVA. IAT. It's one
caveat.
of those.
CAVEAT.
EAT?
Yeah.
Caveat.
Caveat.
Okay, look up. It's caveat, but does it have the long? Does it have different pronunciation?
It's got the schwa above it, so it's
a little
caveat.
short one. Yeah, caveat. It is caveat.
Caveat.
So I was right.
No, caveat. You're wrong. You're wrong again.
Oh, right.
You can't pronounce anything.
Okay.
You're dumb.
Moving on. I'll have to double check that later.
Another weekend at Red Slippery's nipple down in whatever you got in Middleville there.
Yeah, I have not ordered a slippery nipple in a long time. What's in that? Do you remember?
Slippery nipple?
A slippery nipple?
It's butter rum, schnapps, and Irish cream.
Okay, I like to. Yeah, I mean, it was a tasty. It was kind of a foo-foo chick drink, but I think I had a few of those. Anyway, Twitter and Facebook may soon be facing a challenge from a new social media platform. ThinkSpot will be a space where creators can monetize their work without worrying about big tech censorship. Creator and clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson said the platform will uphold free speech principles. Peterson said, quote, "Once you are on our platform, we will not take you down unless ordered to by law." So, that's actually, this is where, Facebook and Twitter could start to feel a little bit of the heat because, I mean, this does become a free speech issue. And if you're kicking people off your platform for alleged hate speech or because of offensive words, whatever, somebody else is going to create something where that's allowed. And I'm pretty much a free speech absolutist. As long as you're not calling for violence on somebody,
right?
Have at it. What do you think about a competing platform?
Dude, there's so many competing platforms out there now. I mean, how do you even keep up with all of them? I have a hard enough time following just Facebook and Twitter. I barely even think to look at Twitter twice a day. Then you got your Instagrams, and you got your Twitch, and you got this and that and the other thing. It's like, oh, it's nuts.
But what do you think about social media platforms either demonetizing or banning people for life? I mean, if you've got something like this where you can, it's not going to be necessarily Wild West, but where you can just put whatever your thoughts or feelings are out there.
I do that anyway.
Without worrying about, you can't though.
I do.
You could get you
my
you
thoughts
don't
and
censor,
feelings don't tend to go
things.
as radical as some others do, but I don't have a problem stating my mind.
Yeah, but you see the issue that some people have had with Facebook and Twitter and the bannings and stuff like that. You've seen how that has become an issue.
Well, if, like I said, if it's their platform.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why you throw out a competing platform. It says, "Hey, have at it." And I think this is a good thing. Overall, it's a good thing for people who think freedom of speech is a top priority.
Well, so jump right on it.
So good for them. There we go. Finally, according to
you and all your friends with YouTube Plus or whatever you got.
I got YouTube Premium.
You and the 10 people with YouTube Premium can all be on.
Dude, you still have not watched Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, I haven't. I don't miss a minute.
You gotta watch that.
Every Tuesday at 8:30, I tune right in.
Yeah, see, that's not how anybody watches TV anymore.
Oh,
what is wrong with you? What are you? Hello, 2004. Nice to see you again. It's been 15 years. You know how we watch television now? My program's coming on at 8. No, it's not. According to new water level analysis, Michigan's Great Lakes are expected to continue to rise. All water levels are well above average. Lake Michigan and Lake Huron are coming in over 2 feet above average for the month of June. So
I got to tell you, last night, late yesterday afternoon, I posted on Facebook an honest question.
I saw this.
Did you see it?
Remember? Yeah.
Did you watch the trail of absolute idiots that started commenting on it?
As soon as you put that out, I thought, I was like, what are you doing this for? It's because you get pissed off at the reaction to it. And I knew you were going to end up taking it down. I knew it because, there are 2 things.
Okay.
You actually say exactly what you put out.
Okay. I asked George, I asked Aaron Offsire and Bill Steffen. I asked their thoughts on 2 things with the water levels. Could it be a gravitational issue, and could it be an offset of the seasons? Okay. Because if you really look at it, winter didn't get here till really late last year, okay? And it went late into the spring. So it felt like, we had at first it felt like a really mild winter, right? And then we got hit hard at the end. Now spring is having a hard time getting out of the way to make room for summer. It still feels like spring. So could we have seen a shift in weather patterns? Could we have seen it? This is a scientific question.
Right, yeah.
Okay, scientific. And then the other thing is, too, could we be seeing a different gravitational pull on the Earth that could affect these type things? Honest to God question.
You're leaving out the buzzword you used that is going to set people on both sides.
Global warming?
Oh, you said no. I believe you said does climate change have anything to do?
Climate change, global warming, whatever. Does this have anything to do with it? And dude, what a freak parade!
Of course. Had you just said the words that you said, you wouldn't have had the reaction. But because you use the term climate change, people who don't understand that can mean a variety of different things are going to chime in. And
absolutely ridiculous behavior.
And you're not going to get a response from either one of those 2 guys on that. You won't do it. And if I were either of them, I wouldn't respond to it.
I wouldn't either. After the way that thread went, no, I wouldn't have responded either.
Yeah. Because stupid. People, they're going to be people. Because you have 2 factions. Most, if people really thought about it, are really closer to agreement than they are disagreement.
Right.
Because most rational thinking people understand climate change exists. The degree to which humans are adding
Affecting
to it is up are affecting it is what's up for debate now,
Sure.
because we don't know the percentage. We don't know what percentage of impact humans are having.
Right.
That's now, but then you have these other two factions, which are where the earth is on fire and
Right.
catastrophic things are going to happen in a decade, and then you have the other faction on the right that says we have nothing to do with it. Absolutely.
I know.
People are just,
I get it.
So that's what you're going to get.
But
because people,
my favorite, and I don't know if you saw this guy or not before I deleted it. My favorite was the guy that said, there are also people that think the earth is billions of years old. It's 8,000 to 10,000 years old. You really believe the earth is 8,000 to 10,000 years old? You really believe that?
Look, there are flat earth people. Okay, like I said, and we got into conspiracy theories yesterday. There are people who don't believe we landed on the moon. Now that's still one of my fun conspiracy theories that I would actually love to be true. If it turns out that whole thing was just a huge hoax just to get ahead of the Russians, I would find that hysterical, and I would say,
I wouldn't.
Bravo, you punked us. But here's the funny thing is there's no way to prove it one way or the other.
Right.
We can't really prove it. We can't prove that we did or didn't go. So
well, I tell you how you can prove it.
I believe we did.
Get one of your telescopes and just look at the moon until you find one of the landers that's still there.
You could say that could just be debris. That could just be space debris. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, I just like playing with conspiracies because I've told you before I don't believe like any of them.
Right.
All
right, sports. Come on, moving along.
Moving on, sports. Golden State falls to Toronto. The NBA championship goes to the Canadiens. Toronto, first ever NBA title, first ever north of the border. Drake's still annoying and evidently wrote a new song because of this.
How do you like my shocked face?
Yeah, there you go. Golden State was without two starters, so it doesn't really matter. Little asterisk by that title for Toronto. Congratulations, Toronto. You won one of the least watched finals in NBA history. Anyway, Kansas City beats the Tigers, so you didn't miss anything watching Andy Griffith 7-3. Cubs lose. They fall to the Dodgers also by a 7-3 score. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Friday, and we'll see you back here Monday.
Bye-bye.